What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is D-Free here today. We are going to go ahead and take a look at the new characters that are coming out in the game tonight. We are going to go through all of them, review them. We have 3 Sparkings and a couple of Extremes that are very, very good as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you're new for more content. I want to point out that earlier today, we did have an announcement for Dragon Ball Super Broly stuff coming into the game. And now also if you log in, there is a Dragon Ball Super login thing that is happening right now. So make sure that you do that. It has a lot of Chrono Crystals and tickets, etc., and all that type of stuff. So long story short, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of you guys are going to probably wind up skipping this banner for good reason. But you know what? It's damn good. These characters are good. So we're going to go ahead and talk about them here today. And if you guys want to know anything about the previous update to characters and stuff like that, where they went ahead and took characters like Pikkon and Ginyu and Final Form Frieza, units that were just average at best and made them very good in this game, check out the video down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. We have the Sparking Blue Goku. Blue Goku, wow. I looked at that face and I was like, oh, that's Goku. Partly because there's a Goku. Anyways, Bardock. And part of the reason why too is because, well, I'm so used to seeing Sparking Blue Goku because, I mean, he's like the only blue Saiyan Sparking, right? Like one of like a couple? I don't know. Anyways, off the top of my head, it's gone and it's over. Let's just go ahead and move on. Super Saiyan Bardock. So here we go. Melee-based character. That is a very, very welcome sight. So if you scroll down, very good key restore speed, very solid critical chance as well. Looking at the stats, it's kind of subjective because when you soul boost him, the numbers do change, and also depending on the limit breaks, etc., etc. So moving on from that, he has the main ability that allows him to draw the Revenge Assault, which is down below. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. Picking up the card, the cheap special, is always good. But when they start adding secondary effects on these is where things get pretty nutty. So off the top, a very good ability for this unit to have. Moving on, his unique abilities are insane. The following effects will occur when this character enters the battlefield if a tag Super Saiyan other than this character is a battle member. This character gets 30% to damage inflicted, bonus, -5 to strike and blast arts cost, disgusting, and plus 40% to his own key recovery. So if you have a Super Saiyan on the team, you have to take them into the battle. Unlike the Z abilities, you don't have to take those characters into battle. You have to take it in. But if you take a Super Saiyan into the battle, and by the way, it has to be a Super Saiyan 1, not SS2. You can't go in with like Majin Vegeta and SS3 Goku and this guy and expect to get this. You will not get it because they are not tagged Super Saiyan characters. So be sure you're aware of this because as you see, more new Super Saiyans were added to this tag. And there are more units that support this tag as well now. Previously, it was just like, what, Super Vegeta as the only one? So be aware of that. These are the only ones that would trigger this buff. So that being said, moving on. The Golden Saiyan ability applies the following effects to allied Super Saiyans. So long story short, Gogeta is just, he's disgusting, right? When characters are switched, plus 20% to damage inflicted. Wow. Plus 30% to critical rate for 15 timer counts, and plus 70% to critical damage. So he's upping the likelihood of getting a crit, and then the amount of overall damage from the critical hit. Disgusting. His Revolt Pile, major pierce damage, inflicts enemies with the attribute downgrade, -1 arts card draw speed level. So just disruption there for 15 timer counts, and an 80% chance to inflict heavy bleeding. So that's going to almost always hit them. Now, his green card has the ability to be quite busted in the gameplay mechanic because what it does is it offers a very big just amount of advantage for this character. Restores own health by 10% and cancels any attribute downgrades. So, very good. Not like crazy out there like with a ton of abilities, but very vanilla. Very good, though. And then last but not least, the Revenge Assault does also restore his ki by 30. Another thing like I talked about where they started adding extra effects onto these cards and stuff like that. For example, SS3 Goku came out and his stuff didn't really do anything. He just drew the card, nothing extra, and then the card does have the 25% chance to hit feint. So like sometimes they add stuff. For example, Gogeta, when he draws a card, I believe restores HP, restores health by 20, and then also like this ability down here restores ki by 50. So like sometimes they get stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Anyways, moving on. SS2 Goku with that smirk. That's that nod smirk from that game intro. Which one was it? Man, it's Budokai 3, right? Tenkaichi 3, I think. Anyways, moving on. All right, so this unit is actually a defense yellow sparking character. We do not see a lot of defense-based Saiyans in the game. So these are the stats that he has. Again, subjective based on soul boosting, limit breaks, etc. Moving on. Restores his own health by 30%. Okay, that's good actually. It sucks its own health, but very solid and good key restore speed. Seems like most units are starting to come out with that much. Removes enemy's attribute upgrade. That's different. Takes 25 timer counts to use it. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Unique ability, Fate versus Vegeta, plus 30% to strike damage for 15 timer counts. So that's good. Strike attack up when he's faced off against a Vegeta. Moving on, we have Sustained Damage Cut. This is the first Saiyan in the game with a Sustained Damage Cut ability. First full Saiyan, right? There were units that could do similar things like Turles, but first one with Sustained Damage Cut. Reduces damage received by 40% until the combo ends when changing cover. Well, cover change, excuse me. You're not Sustained Damage Cut. Anyways, long story short, first one with this unique ability. That's a full Saiyan. Plus 20% to own damage inflicted as well. Wow, for 15 timer counts. And plus 3 to own substitution count when activated. It incentivizes switching because you're going to come in and instantly get a buff and plus 3 to own sub count. This is good. This is very, very good. Super Kamehameha, major impact damage, plus 20% to damage inflicted as well. Cancels the attribute downgrades of the allies. Cancels allies' attribute downgrades. Okay, that's good. Plus 15% to own strike damage as well. So he's a defense unit holding one of each of the Blast and Strike Arts cards. And also, yellow tag support gets up to 33 as well to strike and blast attack. The exact same tag as this guy, actually. You know, these two actually are very good allies, too. SS and SS2 Goku yellow. So anyways, moving on. Very, very good unit. I'm happy to see this. This is the type of yellow unit that I really would want to run on my team personally. Nothing against Goku Black or Super Vegeta. It depends on your team construction. But I would really like to have a Sustained Damage Cut unit because you can throw them in a lot of different situations. Tank rising rushes from time to time. Heal up and things like that. So very good unit. Definitely worth having. And he also is in the starter pack, by the way, if you do go ahead and purchase those. So now we look at Lord Chilled. Our very first Lineage of Evil tag support. Now, this is a new tag that got added in the latest update. Frieza Race tag, pretty much. It's called a bunch of different things in different games. It has no official name, not Arcosian or Frost Demon or whatever. I think Xenoverse called it a Frost Demon. That's not canonical. That's not true. So the games call it different things. Dokkan recently actually got this type of tag as well. For fun fact, they called it Most Malevolent Clan, I believe. Excuse me. Wow, a Paralysis Arts card. Wow, okay. Inherited Malice applies the following effect to allied tag Lineage of Evil, plus 70% to Vanishing Gauge Recovery. Okay, they're going to be out here vanishing a lot. For 15 timer counts, and that applies to Frieza and all the units I just showed. Plus 35% to damage inflicted as well for 30 timer counts. And minus 5 to strike and blast arts cost for 30 counts. And you have to wait 15 counts to use it. That is a lot of value. That is a ton of value. On a full Frieza Race team in the future, that is going to be insane. A ton of value. Nasty high key restore speed. That's amazing. Unique abilities here. The following effects will occur if own health ratio is higher than your opponent's when entering the battlefield. Wow, that's a different mechanic. Plus 30% to own key recovery. Plus 25% to damage inflicted. This effect will be removed if own health ratio is lower than your opponent's after enemy attack is over. Okay, so you get those nasty buffs if you enter situationally when you have more HP, and then you lose it when you go below your opponent. Don't know if I like it. That's why the Vanish goes so high. That's why he has the ability here. And it lasts for a long time. 30 is a long time. Because you're supposed to gimmicky. It's very gimmicky. You're supposed to put him out there and then swap, sidestep and, vanish out of a lot of stuff and then stuff like that. Like, he's very gimmicky so far, but not bad. Just gimmicky. Reduces allies' damage received from Super Saiyans by 80% when he's defeated. He has to be defeated. But 80% is so disgusting. Like, what is this? What is this? Frieza's going to be out here tanking Gogetas and stuff. That is insane. Death Ball. 70% chance to inflict paralyze. Dope. All right, moving on. Green card. Gradually recovers own health. Oh, a regen effect for 25 timer counts, and it costs 25 at level 1. And then he has the paralysis card. a strike arts card. That's the first one that is strike and paralysis, I believe. So pretty dope. And then max base HP and health restoration at 5-star. He picks up health restoration. That's actually important if they ever get more characters that can heal your allies or whatever the case is, or regeneration type effects in this tag. And also it's important for him himself, for his own like green card or whatever. So that's cool. So Chill's not bad, but so far Bardock seems to be the better one. And then Goku's amazing too. He's in his own little bracket because he functions differently. But now we're going to take a look at the 2 EXs as well. So we have the Vegeta. All right, this guy is a ranged character. Again, these stats are pretty much the same on every unit nowadays, it seems. All right, main ability, draws a special move arts card next. Restores own ki by 30. Okay, so he picks up the final flash and restores his own ki by 30. Pretty cool because if you had, 20 ki, you can immediately chain into that 50 cost special. His unique abilities, plus 30% to own ki recovery when an Otherworld Warrior is a battle member. So these are your Gogetas, your Pycons, SS3 Goku, SS2 Goku, characters with halos pretty much. So that's cool. Hopefully we get like, hopefully we get some sort of like tag for that in the future. Yeah, hopefully we get some sort of tag for that in the future. That'd be pretty cool. So, moving on after that, we have anti-regeneration, blast attack up, plus 30% to blast damage inflicted against regen. As a purple character, he's pretty much your proxy version of the Goku. If you guys didn't pull the Goku, he's pretty much your next best unit if you still have trouble with regen. So, keep that in mind. Deals major impact damage. And by the way, I meant SS3 Goku. Major impact damage, plus 50% to own a special move arts power. Oh. This is actually a big deal because you can naturally draw this card on your own. So if you can chain like this, you can use this and then use another one relatively soon. You can also pick it up via the main ability, whatever the case is, right? You're going to do more damage if you can use it within that timer count period, 15 counts. That's a big deal. Plus 20% of blast damage inflicted as well. And he also holds double blast cards while also being the next unit to support the Super Saiyan tag. I don't know if I went over Bardock's tag. I didn't, but he picks up strike attack and defense, by the way, at 5 stars, which is insane for Super Saiyans, and then defense here. I was too hyped about the unit. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, Goku did yellow and stuff like that. So it's nice to see more of these. Last but not least, we have Trunks. All right, so range character as well. Hidden strength. Draw a blast arts card next. Interesting. All enemies are switch restricted. Okay, so they can't switch for 5 counts. All right. So hybrids have a unit like that now, or you can't lock it. I wish hybrids would get some better red and blue units, though. We don't need greens. I mean, look at this group of hybrids. We don't need that. I mean, look at the blues. The blues are good. I mean, the EXs are good. Pan, she probably will get buffed eventually. There's literally 2 reds. We need more options. So hopefully soon. Anyways, moving on. So sustained blast damage up. Inflicts attribute downgrade plus 20% of blast damage received to the enemy for 20 timer counts when character enters the battlefield. He forced them to take more blast damage. That's good in tandem with a unit that does blast damage, like the Trunks units, the Kid Trunkses and stuff that are very good blast units. All right, plus 20% to own ki recovery for 15 timer counts when faced with a cell. Okay. Double Buster deals major impact damage, plus 15% to blast damage for 15 timer counts, plus 15% to blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and -5 to own blast arts cost with the green card. Trunks is probably the worst unit, I'd say, in my opinion anyway, just playstyle-wise. I don't really like it. But that's me. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you're new for more content. If you enjoyed the music, it'll be down below in the description as well. Be sure to check out that breakdown video for like the new update that the buffs that the characters had recently. I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.